Hi, to celebrate my 10,842 subscriber milestone, I thought I'd interview a YouTube legend in the electrical engineering industry. So you're now a YouTuber, so you've sort of left that sort of electronics industry, well, not really behind, but you've sort of progressed on to become a YouTuber.
I'm not a design engineer.
What made you want to become a YouTuber?
I didn't. I had no idea. As most YouTubers, well, it's probably a bit different these days because people know you can make millions of dollars from it. So people go in pension. But back when I
millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars. Well, yeah, it's gamers, not us, right? And those toy unboxing videos. Right?
Yeah.
I should have done that. But back then, like 2009, you know, early-ish days of YouTube, and virtually no one was making a full-time living from it. So the thought didn't even cross your mind that it'd turn into something and big, and especially electronics-wise. I thought maybe there'll be 1,000 people that might want to watch me. You know, that might be a success. I thought that'd be successful. You know, and but yeah, it wasn't that. It's just that I've always shared my stuff. So be it back in the days before the internet, I'd get my designs published in the magazines, right? That was the way that you shared things back then. Yep. That was the only avenue that you could share stuff. And then once the internet came along with the World Wide Web, I had a website on there and I started putting my stuff on there as well. And I got I'd get a ton of you know, you think I get a ton of email today, I was getting that back just when I had my own website because, you know, I was up in the Google rankings and there was none of this YouTube rubbish. Yeah. And I was getting a ton of email back then, just people finding my website and they'd email me questions and ask stuff. And so I moved from the magazines to the websites. And what's the next avenue? I actually originally thought it was radio, podcast. Okay. So before I did the video blog, I thought, hey, I'd do a radio show, you know, which turned into the Amp Hour. But the reason I didn't do it is because I thought, nah, it's not that exciting. Nobody wants to listen to just me talk for an hour. So I thought, hey, this YouTube thing looks all right. I'll shoot a video and see what happens. And it was awful. It was the worst thing I've ever done. It was the most it's still up there, #1, the 10-minute limitation back then. And it was all off the cuff. It had this old crusty webcam. It was like 320 by 200. And I just turned it on and started talking, and that turned into the first video, and I uploaded it to the Usenet news group back then. Usenet. Usenet, yes, Oz Electronics. You can find the original post probably somewhere. Yeah. And I posted there, and everyone said, yeah, like it. When's episode 2? And I went, episode 2? I don't know. I didn't plan that. Okay. So I did another episode, another one, and 2 years later, it was my full-time job. I still have no plan. I mean, if you ask me what's my next video, I've got no idea. It might be one of, 5 different things.
Yeah. What's one of the episodes that you regret publishing? Because I know you've got this policy of publish and be damned, as you told me in the Maker Fair in Sydney last year.
Yep. I've never taken down a video, so I can't have regretted it that much. Right. That I've taken down a video. Like, I got into, like, I don't really regret them, but like I thought that just didn't work. Like I shouldn't have done that. But yeah, like I got into a bit of politics back in the day, and really, you know, I should have just stayed
away from it.
I just like off-topic rants. I shouldn't have done off-topic rants. That's just wasn't a good direction for the channel.
And what was your most enjoyable video?
Oh, it's hard to say because there's different things. You know, I do enjoy the ones where I go out and film stuff, but they can also be a pain in the ass, as you know. Right, filming on location is not. It's much easier to film in the lab, and I get frustrated quite easily. You know, if things are not going the right way, and going out and shooting stuff on location is hard, but it can be also rewarding. Yeah. Like no individual episode stands out. I've made too many.
Yeah, I think there's almost 1,000 now, isn't there?
1100.
1100.
Well, there's 1,000 official, 950 official or something, and 1100 uploaded videos.
So out of all your episodes, you've blown the lid on a number of sort of items like white van speaker scam, FTI counterfeiting, solar roadways, free energy.
Yeah, batterizer, free energy.
What's the best one you've done so far?
How do you define best?
Oh, the one that's sort of had the most impact.
Well, for biggest impact, you've got to have one that reaches the most diverse audience. I think so. That would have to be probably solar roadways, because like things like the batterizer are more technical oriented, and they only appeal to technical guys like us, right? And I've done other ones like the Fontus self-filling water bottle, the Wi-Fi energy scam. I do like the Fontus water bottle one. In that I did the calculations on the back of an envelope, which not many people seem to have got.
Right.
They didn't seem to understand, why am I writing on the back of an envelope? Like it's a saying in engineering, let's just do a back of the envelope calculation, Right. So I did some back of the, and I mailed it to them. I thought that was cool. I enjoyed that. They've just admitted, I tweeted it just the other day, actually, they just admitted that basically it doesn't work. And I'm like, but we're still working on it. I've still got $250,000 or whatever. But the biggest impact would probably be solar roadways. That reached a bigger audience. I get emails from people who don't care about engineering electronics, but they liked my solar roadways video. The one in the Netherlands, they built one, and the results turned out exactly what the calculations would really predict.
Funny about that.
And I say, hello, welcome to the world of engineering. I'd like to do more of those that have a wider impact. I'd like to try and reach a wider audience.
Okay. So for a YouTuber who's just sort of starting out, what's the best sort of single piece of advice you could give them?
Consistency. You've got to keep producing content. No, there's not a single YouTuber who's an overnight success. PewDiePie or whatever, the biggest one out there. He spent years making videos before he was well known, and became successful. Years. Like, it's not months, Like, there are a couple of examples now, like the hydraulic press channel and other ones which kind of go viral and stuff like that. You can become successful relatively quickly, but 99.9% of the YouTube success stories are hard work.
That's absolutely
making content. You know what it's all about, like day in, day out, and for years. Like, after 2 years, I did it solid for 2 years, and I only had 10,000 subscribers, which, well, it's a lot, right? You've just reached your 10,000 milestone. How long have you been doing this?
Since February last year.
Congrats! See, you're growing. You grew twice as quick as I did, right? It took me 2 years to reach 10,000 subscribers, right? So well done.
Yeah, but I think these days you've got a lot more tools to make your content look a lot more professional. So
you do, but there's a lot more competition, though.
True. I saw some YouTube statistics that are saying that every day there's 1,000 YouTubers reaching 1,000 subscriber mark, which is
every day 1,000 YouTubers reach 1,000 subscribers. Wow,
that's a lot.
How many? I'd love to see the entire curve of that, the entire metric.
Be nice to see.
But I never knew there was a market for this. I never knew it. The one thing I've learned is that there's a market for everything.
Yeah, that's true.
And it just keeps growing. I cannot believe it keeps growing. Where are these subscribers coming from? I have no idea. And I think it's got to end somewhere, but it never does.
Yeah, it's got to end somewhere. And I keep thinking in the back of my mind, you look at some of the stats, and it's 400 hours every hour or something. Hang on, YouTube will actually take your high def video and transcode it down to maybe 20 different formats. So your 2 gig video isn't just 2 gigs, maybe 5 gig storage or something.
Massive. And they keep your original upload too.
Do they do backups?
I
don't think they do backups.
It's phenomenal, and that's why no one can touch YouTube, and nobody will for the foreseeable future. There's a lot of, you can't beat their infrastructure. It can't.
Yeah.
If you had $10 billion and came along and go, I'm going to beat YouTube,
you won't. Yes.
Good luck. It'd take you 5 years just to build the infrastructure.
Yeah, that's right.
Let alone
the algorithms and
it's not
everything
just a matter
else.
of money.
Yeah.